Chloe Wilkins.
And I'm Brittany Lindsay.
And you're not. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 61 News at 9.
Here are your top stories for today. Several prominent universities have pooled their resources to fund a research team which is searching for the sixth love language. Researchers are hopeful that the combined efforts will bring an end to the 21-year search.
The ongoing protests by English majors in response to continuing popularity of Good Good Father show no signs of slowing. Protesters claim that the lyrics, quote, don't make any sense grammatically, metaphorically, or spiritually. And there are only 3 lines in that dumb song anyway, and even those 3 lines don't say anything, and the whole thing is just general nonsense that doesn't follow the rules of English language.
Voters approved in an overwhelming majority this November a measure which would require churches to provide gluten-free communion options for their members. This has left the deacon and deaconess community in confusion as they try to figure out what in the world those tiny little crackers are actually made out of anyway.
A new study shows that balcony sitters are less connected to God than those in the front row. Reporting on this breaking story, we have Sophia.
For years, debates over sanctuary seating has raged. Those sitting in the front call the balcony the cheap seats, while those who sit in the balcony say those sitting in the front are un-Baptist. But after decades of back and forth, finally, scientific data has emerged.
Despite what most people would assume, being geographically closer to heaven isn't actually as beneficial as one would think.
Pastor Frank is a researcher at Holier Than Thou Seminary, which has based its reputation on quantifying holiness.
After conducting numerous studies, we found that one actually receives more of what we like to call holy points by sitting in the front pews than in the balcony. You see, pastors and worship leaders produce holy points while on stage, and those in front of the sanctuary are showered by them like pixie dust, while those in the balcony do see some benefit from being closer to heaven. Ultimately, their righteousness quotient just isn't the same.
Despite these new findings, many will likely cling to their pre-existing beliefs, and while this study may not bring an end to the debate, there is one thing everyone can agree on.
People who sit in the back of the ground floor under the balcony? Oh yes, they're definitely not even close to being as holy. They're almost as bad as foyer people, and they're just weird.
In other news, there is mounting evidence that those who are #blessed actually do experience more blessings. For more on this story, we should go out to our reporter in the field, Sophia.
Thank you, Chloe and Brittany. Maybe you thought you'd seen the last of old Sophia, thought the network bigwigs would have sent Sophia and her negative view rating on a slow boat to Shanghai. Maybe I don't look the part. I don't look comfortable on camera. I don't understand what's going on here. I'm not likable. I don't get along with people. And when I go to work, I don't make eye contact. I don't fit the mold. I don't wear the latest clothings, or the ones that I do reek. I don't exercise. And when I do, I sweat. I don't shower. I don't own a toothbrush or let my scabs heal. But until Joe Viewer says otherwise, the network enforcers are stuck with a reporter that makes babies cry and drink maple syrup straight from the bottle. Back to you in the studio, Brittany and Chloe.
Well, thanks for that, Sophia. And this brings us to the end of our segment.
We'd like to thank our sponsor Apple Pay, who would like to remind you to use Apple Pay to make your tithe next time you're past the offering plate. From all of us at Channel 61,
I'm Chloe Wilkins.
and I'm Brittany Lindsay.
You stay classy, San Diego.